Gemini. Full horoscope for 2026. The year 2026 brings one of the most dynamic, transformative, and mentally invigorating cycles Gemini has experienced in a long time. It is a year when everything that felt stuck begins to move, everything that felt uncertain becomes clearer, and everything that felt chaotic finally aligns into a meaningful direction. Gemini enters this new year with a renewed sense of curiosity, ambition, and desire for personal reinvention. For many, 2025 was a year of internal questioning, searching, and exploring possibilities that didn't yet have clear answers. But 2026 is different. It brings resolution, breakthroughs, and opportunities that match the energy you've been nurturing inside. This is a year of unlocking potential. A year of reconnecting with your deeper voice, rediscovering your confidence, and taking bold steps that redefine your future. For Gemini, 2026 is a turning point. A shift toward authenticity, courage, and expansion. Career and ambitions in 2026. Professionally, Gemini enters a phase of remarkable growth and momentum. This is the year where your talents, voice, creativity, and ideas finally receive the recognition they deserve. Many Geminis will step into leadership roles, secure promotions, launch new projects, or decide to completely reshape their career path. Your mind is sharper, your communication stronger, and your ability to multitask becomes one of your greatest assets. You're no longer overwhelmed by possibilities. You're strategically navigating them. For some Geminis, 2026 brings the long-awaited moment to break free from a job or routine that no longer matches who you are becoming. You may step into a new industry, pursue a new skill, or embrace a passion that's been quietly calling to you for years. The universe supports your transition, especially if you follow your intuition rather than logic alone. Financially, the year is promising. Your income may grow through new opportunities, partnerships, or personal projects. Gemini's entrepreneurial side is strong in 2026. If you've been considering launching a business, freelancing, or turning a hobby into profit, this is the year when the doors open. But the most important shift is your mindset. For the first time in a long while, Gemini truly believes in their abilities. And that confidence attracts abundance. Love and relationships. Emotionally, 2026 transforms the relationship landscape for Gemini. This is not a year of superficial connections or unstable attachments. Instead, it brings depth, clarity, and powerful emotional breakthroughs. For single Geminis, 2026 has the potential to introduce someone intellectually stimulating, emotionally balanced, and spiritually aligned with you. This is someone who sees beyond your charm. Someone who understands your complexity and appreciates your multifaceted nature. What begins as a connection of curiosity or shared ideas has the potential to grow into something long-lasting and profound. Many single Geminis will feel a shift inside themselves. A desire to build something real, something emotionally meaningful rather than temporary or surface level. For Geminis in relationships, 2026 stabilizes and deepens the bond. Communication improves significantly, and misunderstandings that created distance in recent years are resolved. This is a year of rebuilding trust, reconnecting emotionally, and becoming more vulnerable. Together, you and your partner may make big decisions. Moving, committing more seriously, or creating long-term plans. However, 2026 does not tolerate imbalanced relationships. If a connection has been draining or inconsistent, the year pushes you to either heal it or walk away. Gemini begins to understand that emotional clarity is a form of freedom. Personal growth and emotional evolution. One of the most powerful themes of 2026 for Gemini is inner transformation. This year encourages you to let go of old versions of yourself. outdated beliefs, fears, and emotional patterns that once held you back. You begin to see yourself more clearly, without judgment or self-doubt. You are learning to trust your instincts again. You begin to speak your truth without fear of rejection. You embrace your individuality instead of suppressing it to fit expectations. Throughout 2026, your emotional intelligence deepens. You become more patient, more intuitive, and more aware of what truly matters. This internal shift influences every part of your life. Relationships, career, and sense of purpose. You may also experience moments of profound spiritual awakening. Gemini feels a pull toward introspection, meditation, journaling, or simply spending time alone to understand the changes happening within. This is not isolation. It's self-discovery. You are becoming more grounded, more centered, and more aligned with your authentic self. Health and well-being. Physically and mentally, 2026 brings significant improvement. The chaos, pressure, and emotional weight of past years begins to fade. Gemini feels lighter, both mentally and emotionally. Your energy levels increase, and you may feel inspired to focus on wellness in a more consistent and intuitive way. This is an excellent year to build new habits. From healthier routines to better stress management. You're more aware of your body's signals, more willing to rest when needed, and more interested in maintaining balance. Mental clarity is one of the biggest gifts of the year. The mental fog, overthinking, or emotional confusion that may have dominated previous years gradually dissolves. You regain your sharpness, your creativity, and your ability to adapt. Spiritual health also plays a role. Gemini learns to slow down, breathe, and reconnect with inner peace. Practices such as meditation, grounding exercises, or mindfulness have a powerful impact. Luck, opportunities, and breakthrough moments. 2026 is filled with moments that feel like divine timing. Gemini becomes a magnet for opportunities. Career advancements, financial surprises, emotional breakthroughs, and meaningful connections come naturally throughout the year. There may be a moment in spring or mid-year that feels like a pivot point. A chance encounter, a sudden realization, or an unexpected opportunity that opens a brand new path. Trust these moments. They are catalysts for long-term transformation. Your creativity and voice play a major role in your success. Whether you write, speak, teach, create, or communicate in any form, your ideas have power this year. People listen. People respond. People recognize your talent. This is the year to say yes to opportunities that scare you, challenge you, or excite you. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, and 2026 constantly pushes you toward expansion. Home, stability, and life direction. The theme of home and stability undergoes major shifts. Some Geminis may move, renovate, or change their living environment to create a more peaceful and productive space. For others, 2026 brings improvements in family relationships or a sense of grounding that has been missing. You begin to think long-term. Something that doesn't always come naturally to Gemini. You are making decisions based on your future self, not just short-term impulses. This creates a sense of direction and purpose. By the end of the year, you may look back and realize how much you have grown, matured, and redefined your identity. You'll feel more secure, more grounded, and more aligned with your life purpose. The overall message for Gemini in 2026. This year is about transformation, clarity, and stepping into your power. You're shedding outdated versions of yourself and embracing a more authentic, confident, and emotionally strong identity. 2026 brings breakthroughs in every direction. Career, relationships, self-expression, and personal growth. Gemini is entering a new era. The confusion fades, the fog lifts, and the path forward becomes unmistakably clear. Everything you've been searching for begins to align. Sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically, but always meaningfully. You are not the same person you were last year. You are stronger, wiser, more intuitive, and more ready than ever to step into your future.